And how do you actually go about, once you see those things in your relationships, how do you go about, because I do know that it is quite fearful cutting people out of one's life. So what's the advice you can give for that?
I just recorded a podcast on this, like literally, it's my next week's podcast. And I talked about like making decisions, the hard decisions. And I struggle with that. Like, I know people might think, oh, Trent's just like, he can just remove people. Like, no, I struggle with it. Because I'm a person that always sees the good in people. Like, I always give the benefit of the doubt. Always, 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 always. I probably get more chances than I should. But I have this conversation with myself that helps me make the hard decisions. I tell myself, is this worth it? And I just put a price tag on it. You can put whatever. But I was like, is this keeping this relationship worth $1 million in my life? Is it worth it? Is keeping this person in my life worth this? And my answer is going to be probably no. So I know I have to make the decision, because you have to realize this. You not making decisions and choices, and this is called gaining leverage over your life to be able to find the confidence, gaining leverage over your confidence to be able to have the hard conversation. But by you not making a decision, there's a domino effect that can keep you from everything you're meant to do. A domino effect. You might just think it's costing me just, this, or no, it can be costing you so many more things down the line that you don't even know about, because you're choosing to keep this person in your life. And so that really motivates me to understand that I can so I think, it's kind of to back up a little bit. I think a lot of people get anxiety because they know conflict is probably going to happen. I know I do. And I'm like, I don't feel like having my peace disrupted. I don't feel like going through this weird period of like arguing back and forth if that's the case, or just, them talking about me or whatever. And you start thinking about all the things that are going to immediately happen, and you keep yourself in the situation. What's helped me is not thinking about the immediate pain or the immediate uncomfortableness. It's me thinking about the future peace that I'm going to receive over time of me making this decision. So I would say that, just start thinking about that in your head of like your future and what it's truly costing you by not making these decisions. And then you have to understand the person. Maybe a person you can communicate it with, maybe you can't. And I always evaluate that person, because I know I'm trying my best to communicate in a way that I can connect with them.
I love that advice, man. I've had to do it. It's a hard decision to make. It hurts. And I always accustom it to ripping off a bandaid. Once you rip off the bandaid, it hurts for a little while, but you got to allow time to let it heal. But you've got to make the choice to actually rip it off. And yes, it's going to be painful, but eventually what you're going to see is going to be the best thing for you and your growth. It's going to teach you a lot, not just about life, but about who you are and what you need. I think removing toxic people from one's life is the first step to growing, because that old saying, right? Who you hang around, you will become. That's
right.
So true. So I always accustom it to, okay, who do I want in my inner circle? Who do I associate myself with on a daily basis that I know is going to build me up? Because that's what I want. That's my values. And I think you hit the nail right on the head with that. And allowing time to give people a little bit more time, give people the benefit of the doubt, and just allow them to see their true colors. And then for my outer circle, if they aren't doing me any service, if they're not building me up, they're not growing me, then I keep them in my outer circle. So they're more like an acquaintance. So therefore, they're at an arm's length. So it's not really going to affect me in a personal way. So I think that's great, solid advice, like you were saying, Trent, for people to do when removing people out of one's life. It may be hard, but you've got to do it sometimes.